Hello, everybody. This is the Veterans Gaming Podcast. Today, I'm going to bring you my Aaron Glenn New York Jets Madden franchise rebuild. This is the 2027 offseason. I've been kind of under the radar for a few days. Took a few days off after just barely missing the playoffs. I finished with a 9-7-1 season. Unfortunately, that 1-5 start to the season ultimately cost me. And then I had that tie in week 16 against the New Orleans Saints. I had a chance for the game winning field goal, missed it, and then it ended up tied at 38. I got the win against the Dallas Cowboys to go 9-7-1, but I needed three other teams to lose. And unfortunately, that did not happen. It was a tall order. Probably was not going to happen anyway. So the Las Vegas Raiders, I believe they were one of the teams that I needed to see lose. Denver was another one which they did lose. So, and then I believe it was Indian. I think Baltimore was another team that I needed to lose, if I remember correctly from the last episode. So Baltimore, who did make it to the Super Bowl last year, and hey, Dirty Creek, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Baltimore, who are the defending Super Bowl champions, excuse me, they lost the Super Bowl to Philadelphia last year. Hey, Blue Crab, my man, I knew Blue Crab was going to come through tonight. Uh, so one of the things that I have been thinking about after all this was, should I continue this franchise mode as it's presently constituted, or should I start another Jets franchise mode with the roster update with Justin Fields and all the draft picks from this year? Yeah, that's right. Great to hear from you. I think this is the first time you've been on my show, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and thank you for joining the Veterans Gaming Podcast. So this is the end of my fourth season. I simulated the 2024 season, and then I did the 2025, 26, 27 season. And Blue Crab, I know you've been following for quite a while. So what I had been thinking about is whether I should continue this franchise mode, like I stated, as presently constituted, or should I do a new franchise mode with Justin Fields as the quarterback, and also the new draft picks, Armad Medmu, and so on. I'm sure Madden 25 has already got the updated rosters uploaded. So that's kind of why I haven't been out here in about 4 or 5 days. I've been kind of mulling what I want to do, or should I start a new game, which is probably what I'll do down the road. I'll probably play another game, whether it be college football, whether it be thank you, whether it be NBA, and the one I'm seriously considering is NHL 25. The reason I say that, I don't know a lot about hockey. I really don't. I can name players. I can, obviously Wayne Gretzky. It's obvious. Mario Lemieux, Sidney Crosby, and all that. But I can name a bunch of players that you know maybe even some hardcore fans can't name. Having said that, hockey is, it's kind of grown on me. It's intriguing. I did watch that Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals last year between Florida and Edmonton. Florida was up 3-0. Edmonton took it to Game 7, and Edmonton had a couple of chances, but Florida ended up winning. Also, I actually watched my first minor league hockey game. Uh, Untriggering away. A lot like so. Interesting perspective there. I did go to a minor league hockey game the other day. I'd never been to a hockey game before. That was a great atmosphere. It was a lot of fun. So I'm thinking about maybe getting NHL 25 and starting a franchise mode. But with me not knowing anything about hockey, that might be tricky because I don't know the rules. But it is a very intriguing sport. It's a great sport. Um, it was the ECHL. It was a CEA. That's like the triple A of ice hockey. But I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to give it one more season with this right here, with this franchise mode that I'm doing here. I'm gonna go one more season, and then I'm probably gonna move on from that. I might do the Justin Fields current roster thing. I might go into college football. I might go into NHL. I might go into FIFA. But this 2028 season that I'm going to do here will more than likely be my final season doing this Madden franchise rebuild. So you know what? Let's go ahead and I haven't decided what the what I'll do after the next season yet. So I'm gonna do the 2028 season, and then by then I'll have a better idea. Heck, I might go into 2029 because I know there's some Madden players they've done 10, 15 seasons of Madden 25. With my schedule and all that, that's not realistic for me. But like I said, I'll get started here with the off season. I'm gonna do one more season. I'm gonna do the we're gonna do the playoffs and all that, and we're gonna look at some stats. And I've kind of figured out what my big problem is. And to be honest, my problem is not the offense. And we're gonna go into that right now. Let's look at the offense and let's just look at the numbers. One more thing though, before we get started, look at this. I'm gonna give you probably the craziest stat maybe ever in a Madden franchise mode. Look right here. I traded, if you remember, early this year. I after week one of 2 seasons ago, not this season, of the 2026 season, I traded Shador Sanders to Cleveland. Ironically, that's where he got drafted to. So he's their quarterback. Look at their record in 2027. This is the 2027 season. 0-17. So they were winless. But look at this stat. Look at up on the upper right hand corner. Look at the sacks. Aiden Hutchinson for the Lions, I believe, looks like he broke the record at 23 sacks. I think he broke TJ Watt's record. But look who's in second place. Miles Garrett of the winless of the 0-17 Cleveland Browns. He had 18 sacks. So he had one of the best sack seasons in the history of the NFL and absolutely no victories to show for it. I think that's my biggest problem. We don't get enough sacks and we don't get enough interceptions. I think the biggest problem, I don't really think it was that much the secondary. The secondary did get better. Kool-Aid McKinstry had a horrible start to the season, but he really righted the ship and he really came on in the second half of the season. I've got that Quincy kid from Ohio State who is the free safety. My man's good. Let me show you the roster. Let me show you my roster real quick because I'm already thinking about some things that I want to do for next season. As far as the quarterback, Taylor Felix is that dude, right? This is I believe his second season. Better. It was better. Honestly, he's better than Shador Sanders when I started this franchise rebuild, and he's better than Carson Beck. So I got rid of Carson Beck, sent him to the Rams. 22 years old. This guy is going to be the future. So I'm glad I got him from Kansas City. He's going to be fantastic. Fits the scheme. Madison Ainsworth, we'll see what happens with him. I think he'll just be the backup. And then Jake Browning played really good in the preseason, but I might have to get another veteran quarterback unless he decides to stay with the Jets. I have no problem, but right now he's looking like the third string. But probably put him as a backup, and then have Ainsworth just in case. At running back, I'm on a level with you about DeAndre Swift. He was disappointing, really disappointing this season. Then you've got Braylon Allen, a superstar, led the league in rushing this year, and also had 20 touchdowns. So he's the truth. Having said that, I cannot have him doing, running every down. That's just not gonna work. Okay, looks like Ant went down with an injury from Minnesota. Let me take a look at that real quick. I'm gonna give you a little Sports Center update right here as to what's going on. Golden State playing Minnesota. My Boston Celtics. I'm hot, bro. I'm very disappointed. With that being said, they've been a better road team than home team throughout the course of the season. So we'll see. We'll see. But man, if the Celtics lose Game 3, You might as well stick a fork in them. They might as well pack it in, and you can just consider the Boston Celtics the former NBA champions. So then Elijah Mitchell is good to go. Yeah, I agree, Blue Crab. Swift was not very good compared to Braylon Allen, obviously. So I signed DeAndre Swift in free agency, and obviously I traded Brees Hall to Cincinnati for Chris Jenkins. And quite frankly, DeAndre Swift just if I'm being honest, just didn't he he wasn't that dude this year. I was disappointed in him. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Man, okay, Minnesota's putting it on stake, but there's still a whole second half to go, even without Elijah Mitchell's good to go. I'm gonna keep him, but I don't know about DeAndre Swift. I don't know. So we'll figure that out. Fullback, this Jake Brenningstool, who was originally a tight end. I think he's good. I think he's good as a fullback. He's not perfect, but he's good enough. Wide receiver, no issues here. Garrett Wilson, Ted McMillan, who obviously got drafted in real life by Carolina. Laviska Shenault Jr. got hurt late in the year. That really hurt us. Malachi Corley, I think I'm ready to move on from him. And then this Gordon Shepard, we could get that Bridges dude for Swift. Bridges, tell me which Bridges dude you're referring to because I don't know who. This Gordon Shepard guy, I think I think he's a keeper. He's 6'4". But let's see. I need okay, like McMillan and Garrett Wilson, their speed is 92. I need a receiver that's at least to go with the first three here. I need another receiver, so I want to get rid of Malachi Corley, and then I need somebody whose speed is a 95. That's what I need. I need a receiver. Yeah, Miles Bridges is doing his thing for the Knicks. Um, I'm telling you, I'm kind of embarrassed. Jason Tatum, he cost the Celtics both games. The first game shooting all them threes when he should have took it to the rack, and then in that last possession, very disappointing. At tight end, Darnell Washington, stupendous, stupendous signing. And listen, Tyler Conklin made some big catches as well during the seasons. Brody Silas, a rookie, he will get his chance eventually. But right now, Tyler Conklin, I might be able to use him as trade bait. We'll see. But tight end is not an issue. Offensive line, not a problem. I think it was a strength. And I'm going to show you why, because we really didn't allow a whole lot of sacks throughout the course of the year. Fashanu is that dude. Carter Warren, adequate backup as well. Left guard, John Simpson, well established. And then listen, Steven Rogers, the backup from University of Central Florida. Very capable backup. And both these guys, everybody on the O line got hurt at some point in the year, and the backups were actually very capable and did very well, except for the right tackle. The right tackle didn't get to play, but the other four positions, you've got Joe Tippmann. He's that dude. He's going to be around for a while. And then Nick Harris, who's also the long snapper. They were good to go. Um, Kendrick Green, unfortunately, he got hurt towards the end of the year. With that being said, Liam Eichenberg, uh, a capable backup as well. So I definitely want to keep him for at least one more season. And then right tackle Broderick Jones, solid, very solid. With that being said, I'm this Dakota Richardson kid right here, who I drafted from South Florida. He was my seventh rounder. I'm liking what he's doing. It looks like he's a leader as well. So, he looks like he could end up being better than Broderick Jones, but he's not a scheme fit, which is, that's probably not that big of a deal anyway. But that's the thing with the O line. Everybody except for Simpson, everybody fits the scheme. But even with John Simpson not fitting the scheme, that's that's kind of not a big deal. And then now let's look at our problem here, the defense. Okay, here's my deal with the defense. Michael Williams, a superstar. I will say this. I was about ready to give up on this dude. This dude was doing absolutely, and I mean absolutely nothing throughout the season. With that being said, in the last 4 games of the season, he had a sack in each game. And that's because I switched the defensive coordinator and I switched the scheme. So I think that might have been the problem. And I think I'm going to keep him. If he's getting a sack a game, you're getting 17 sacks. That's great. And then Elijah Chapman, capable backup. So that would probably make Majai Sanders expendable, excuse me. And not that Majai is not capable or can't play, but I think with the two guys that we've got here, I think I'm good at left tackle. Excuse me, at left end, excuse me. Now, right end, Jermaine Johnson. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep him. I have to see how many sacks he had. He made an impact, and David Walker here and there, but he didn't make as much of an impact as I would have liked. And then there's your Tour Gross Matos, who's the veteran. Maybe I can use him for trade bait. But I still feel that this defensive line can get better. Maybe if I get a real good right end to offset Mikael Williams, maybe somebody younger. I can put Jermaine Johnson at linebacker. So we'll see. And then I want to see more out of David Walker. Defensive tackle, I think it was overall disappointing this year. Chris Jenkins Jr. he was all right, but I don't think he's going to come back. Mason Graham, that was another injury that really affected us at the end of the year. I was disappointed in Craig Reynolds. Makai Wingo, I will say Makai Wingo did come on. You know, he came on strong towards the end of the season, so I'm gonna keep Wingo, but I don't think Chris Jenkins Jr. I don't think he's got any interest in coming back to the team anyway. So that was disappointing. So I guess the Bengals ended up winning that trade since I traded him for Brees Hall. So I guess it's fair to say that Cincinnati won that. But the defensive line really didn't generate the amount of sacks that I would have liked. But we're gonna try to correct that this year. And this guy Reynolds didn't do a whole lot either. For being 343 pounds, I expected more out of him. Left outside linebacker, Will McDonald he was all right. He was good enough, I guess. Kareem Reed didn't do a whole lot. Middle linebacker's a problem. Nick Bolton and Jamian Sherwood, they're slow. I mean, I can't. The only way I can say it is that they're slow. They're slow in coverage. Yeah, that was a big problem. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Where does it say? Yeah, look at the man coverage. For Bolton 66 and for Sherwood a 79. That's no, that's a problem. And then Will McDonald. That was a look at his man coverage. 39. So he's a speed rusher. Shoot. Maybe I should put him back at left end where he was before. I might do that. Have him and Mikael Williams because his man coverage is God. Look at that. And then Kareem Reed is 75, which is better, but no, I need some guys that really can do man coverage. Jared versus man coverage is a 51, but he had quite a bit of success. Quite a bit of success. But he's an unstoppable force. Damon, and then Jalen Walker. I want to see more out of Jalen Walker this season. But I need linebackers that can that can do man coverage, and unfortunately, especially the left and the middle linebacker slots were not good. Not good. Not good at all in man coverage. They really weren't. Let's go to the secondary. Kool-Aid McKinstry is that dude. Like I said, a fantastic second half of the season. Aaron Morton, I don't know. I don't know about Aaron Morton. I don't know about him yet. Jason Marshall Jr., great, great. I might, I might trade Aaron Morton. I'm thinking about it. Really thinking about it. Look at Jason Marshall shutdown, and then you got Kool-Aid McKinstry reinforcement. I might. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Uh, um, I'm gonna keep Fentrell Cypress just because of his kick returning and his punt returning. We were down and out against Buffalo, and Fentrell Cypress with that kick return after Buffalo scored made it 45-42, and we ended up winning that game. So I will absolutely keep Fentrell Cypress. Emmanuel Forbes, I will probably move on from him. Uh, didn't improve like I would have liked. There are a lot of good cornerbacks in the market. Yeah, so we'll see. I won't be able to get Patrick Surtain or nobody like that, but I I could try to bring back Sauce Gardner, or I could try to bring back Brees Hall as well. Let's see. Who knows? I mean, I probably won't. And then I got to look at the draft. And then here we go. Let's continue. Free safety, Brian Cook. Brian Cook was good. Lyle Jackson, he did contribute a little bit. Strong safety, which is where we had some problems. That would be crazy as a title. That would go crazy. Okay. Quinn, look at this. I got ourselves this guy. He was my first round draft pick last season out of Ohio State. If you remember, look at him. He's a superstar. He's a superstar. Great draft pick. And let's keep it above Jaden Hicks. Jaden Hicks was excellent this year as well. So strong safety, which was a weakness last season. Look at that. We've got two strong safeties out here that can ball. So secondary is not a problem. It's just we don't generate enough sacks. The secondary is strong. Now, we don't have any excuse me, wrong roster here. We don't have any superstars at free safety, but Brian Cook is very capable. Very capable. So we can keep this. So the secondary is a strength. I just got to get a little bit better at cornerback. And the left and the middle linebackers, I need some speed. I need man coverage. That's what I need. That's what I need. The defense was, oh my God, it was awful. It was awful. I mean, it was historically awful. The kicker, okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna keep him. He's gonna stick around. Andres Borregales was consistent this year. Yes, he missed the field goal against Miami that would have tied it. I get that, but that happens. Uh what happened against New Orleans? He missed the kick in overtime that would have won it. We would have gone finished 10-7 instead of 9-7-1. With that being said, there's no reason why that defense should have given up 38 points against a 5-10 team. So I cannot hold that against Borregales, a superstar kicker who's a 91 overall. Uh, Also, yeah, he missed the kick against Miami the second game, but when we were 1-5, that one win was against Miami when we started off 1-5, and Borregales kicked the game-winning field goal. We could have been 0-6. So I have to take that into consideration. The punter, Wade Paul, he was shit as a rookie. Let's hope that he gets better. Let's see, what do we got as far as draft kick picks? Uh, in 2020, man, we got like 10 of them. Wait, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Okay, we've got 10 draft picks, including three seventh rounders, two six rounders, two fifth rounders. So we don't have any fourth rounders. When you say get them out of here, who are you? Who are you talking about? Blue Crab. Okay, now let's take a look at our my team rankings. Let's see, offensive points per game, number three in the league. Offensive passing yards per game. Excuse me, offensive points per game, number three in the league. Let me go back here. Excuse me. Offensive passing yards per game, sixth in the league. So the passing game improved tremendously over the course of the season. Offensive rushing yards per game, number one in the league, just like last season. So again, the offense is not a problem. I do not like that punter. I mean, he was a six round pick. Yeah, he was trash. He was. But I might give him another season. He was making everybody crash out, yeah. He did have a couple of decent punts towards the end of the year. But speaking of crashing out, look at the defense. 33.2 points a game, last in the league. Defensive passing yards per game, last in the league. Defensive rushing yards, number one in the league, but not as good as 2026. So, and no, Arch Manning, no, he's going to be the number one seed, number one draft pick. Um, we got the 18th pick. We're not going to be nowhere near him, and I'm happy with the quarterback that we have. So, when we started out 1-5, I was really seriously thinking about tanking and going 1-16, but you know, Cleveland 0-17 with Shador Sanders. What are they going to do? So, let's look at the mock draft. We're picking 18th. Okay, so Cleveland, I don't know why they would. Well, this is like a mock draft, so I don't see where the heck I don't see where Arch Manning is. Yeah, that defense was a minus 89 overall. Okay, maybe they meant 8.9 instead of 89. Maybe that was a misprint. Let's see. So, man, well, damn, where's Arch Manning here? Or he decided to go back to college? Okay, so Brad Fitzpatrick out of Alabama, a field general, good discipline, which is big, has a motor that runs through the whistle, savvy defender with the ball in the air. What are his physicals? Great acceleration. Speed is decent. Strength is good. Okay, here we go. Uh, hit power A, play recognition A, man coverage and zone coverage is B. Okay, this could be a solid pick right here. Hold on, damn, where the heck is Arch Manning at out here? They've got John Manning from Tennessee, who's a cornerback. Let me take a look at him. Shows good discipline. Struggles to find the ball in the air. That's not good. He's got an A in catching and an A in zone coverage. Nothing great. Well, great change of direction. That's about it. And then, okay. bro. We've got a missing child here. Okay, we've got Nico Iamaleava, the Tennessee guy that had that whole saga with UCLA. Okay, where the heck is Arch Manning? Unless I missed him. Aiden Mizell from Miami. He's not going to be a Jet. Deshaun Womack, a speed rusher out of LSU, fits our scheme. Okay, we don't need offensive linemen. Mm, yeah, I like okay, Duke Greenwood. Let's see, Duke Greenwood out of Buffalo lacks discipline. That's a problem. Great at zone coverage, great stamina. But okay, I mean, I like this. I like this. I like this Brad Fitzpatrick guy. He delivers bone-crushing hits, shows good discipline. Let's see what his skills are. Great play recognition, hit power. B for man coverage. Okay, so let's kind of start the off season here. Okay, so there is Arch Manning. Beautiful spiral on all his passes. He gets happy feet, avoids sacks, loves to run. The physicals are there. Awareness, yeah. I mean, Arch Manning is the truth. But with the way our quarterback has played, I don't think we should. No, I mean, I'm not saying that my quarterback Taylor Felix, yeah, he throws a lot of picks, but he throws picks, but then he goes right back out there and makes plays. That's the thing with my current quarterback. So I don't think we need to draft Arch Manning. And then just it's just the defense has been just so overrated, as you can see by the stats. So I don't see why we should go all out for Arch Manning. That's just that's just my thought on that. And then who is this Bobby Bayer out of Georgia? Fast, nearly perfect compact motion. He's more of a pocket passer. Avoid sound. Okay, this guy ain't too shabby. He can't do a spin move worth a damn, but look at the deep ball accuracy. Oh, injury. That's the problem. Injury is F. That means all you got to do is touch him and he'll get hurt. So no. Have a nice day. Well, Arch Manning gets hurt too. His injury is not great. And then this Nico guy, he doesn't get hurt as much. Okay, looks like I had a glitch in my. I hope I didn't have a glitch in my broadcast here because it looked like it did. Okay, uh, let's. Okay, let's just go ahead and move to. Yeah, injury is F, so that means that they get anybody that's got an F that's an injury. That means they're gonna get hurt all the time. All right, let's look at this new message. Basically, Anthony Davis, but football. Anthony Data Davis. Did you see the viral video going around this morning? No, what is it? Remember back in camp when you told that reporter at practice that our identity was to have a physical game and we'd have 10 rushing TDs as a team? Yeah, Ryan Clark was really impressed that we met that goal. The players have been watching it all morning and it's been a boost to morale. That's fine, but we didn't make the playoffs. So your halfbacks and O-line earned 1,000 XP for getting close to establishing an identity as a physical running team this season. I think we had a real good balance. Thanks a lot. Now I'm going to be laughing to myself with him in the wheelchair. Yeah, Anthony Data Davis, man. And you know what? Nikola Jokic is better. He's better than Anthony Davis. And I'm still ticked off that Dwight Howard was omitted from the NBA all-time 75. I'm not saying that Nikola Jokic is better. Well, Nikola Jokic much better offensively than Dwight Howard. Prime Dwight Howard, a beast defensively. But you can get Anthony Davis the heck out of that all-time 75 team. Go ahead and put Nikola Jokic. Jokic is an all-time top 75 NBA player. And he's moving up the ranks as far as the greatest centers of all time. And I don't want to hear about, oh, he played in a soft era and yada, yada, yada. Listen, you could have put him in any era and his style of play would have been successful. If you go way back 50 years ago, Bill Walton, who the late Bill Walton, who a lot of the younger people will remember as a commentator. When Bill Walton was healthy, he was Nikola Jokic before Nikola Jokic, except he didn't shoot threes. But Bill Walton was fantastic. Damian, do you think Damian deserved it? No, I don't. I don't think Damian Lillard deserved it. I think no, I don't. Look, what has he done in Milwaukee? And I know he's having had some personal issues in Milwaukee and stuff like that, but no, no. I mean, was he great in Portland? Fantastic, but Golden State and Houston were just too good. Will McDonald has recovered from his injury, but well, the Jets' season's over, so it doesn't matter. Um, let's look at the standings. Kansas City looks it might be Kansas City and Buffalo, but Buffalo all 3 seasons have lost that initial home game. They have not gotten past the first round, so they've lost to the seventh seed. I think 3 years in a row. There you see some stats right there. Braylon Allen. That's the thing. That it's a wide pool. I don't know if Bernard King was on that top 75, but he definitely deserves if he wasn't there, he should have been there. Only two players in the top three in any of the categories. Braylon Allen wins the rushing title, almost 1,400 yards, 24 touchdowns. He 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 was on point, but I don't want to rely solely on Braylon Allen. So that's my disappointment as far as DeAndre Swift. If you look at the passing yards, look at Patrick Mahomes, almost 5,000 passing yards, 50 touchdowns, tying Tom Brady's record. Josh Allen, 43 touchdowns. So that's why those two are the number one and two seeds again, respectively. Receiving yards. Look at Garrett Wilson, 1,600 yards. I'm pretty sure that's an all-time Jets record. Just a bit short of uh, Nakua's uh, 17, almost 1,800 yards of receiving for Nakua. Look at Shakir for Buffalo, 23 touchdowns. So let's get Garrett Wilson some more touchdowns, and also let's get Ted McMillan some more touchdowns. I know Darnell Washington had a lot of touchdowns this season. On the defensive end, Aiden Hutchinson setting the record. I think he set the record with 23 sacks. Miles Garrett, 18 sacks for the winless Cleveland Browns. Unbelievable. Max Crosby for the Raiders, 18 sacks. And that's what I'm going to be looking at. We need more sacks. We need more sacks. So I'll look at that category a little bit later. Interceptions. Humphrey for Jacksonville. I think that's the Humphrey that was with the Ravens. Travis Hunter for the Cowboys, 7 picks. And then this guy Carly's with 6. I'm pretty sure Kool-Aid McKinstry was close. I think he won it last year. Tackles, Styles for Cincinnati with 107 solo tackles. Impressive. Impressive. I might want to look into maybe trading for him. Carter and Spates. Okay, we'll check that out a little later on. Unfortunately, our season is over. Let's see. I'm not going to change coordinators or anything like that. Seth Henry, what? He got fired? He got fired too? Oh, he got hired. Excuse me. Okay, so Seth Henry, yeah, he was the old offensive coordinator. So I got Lance Riddle, Sean Clements. Oh God, one of probably the worst defensive coordinator ever. So I've got Sammy Rio. So we'll see what we're gonna do with him. Bob Bates, the coach of the Browns, fired after going 0-17. Rod Starling fired. Josh Morton fired. Man, that name rings a bell. I wonder if he was defensive coordinator before. Okay. Mike McDaniel of the Dolphins, gone, fired, along with the offensive defensive coordinators. Wow. About that. Kevin O'Connell of the Vikings, fired. Well, how about that, huh? From Minnesota. Okay. Okay, so let's go to prospects real quick. What I need is I didn't have any faith. I really didn't scout a whole lot. So this, I guess, is my opportunity to do so. I'm not, this video is going to be probably shorter than some of my other videos that I've done. Let's see, as far as middle linebacker, I've got the 18th pick. So right now, this Brad Fitzpatrick guy is looking like a solid favorite. Who is this? Eric Henry out of Michigan. Okay, he can shed blocks. Good discipline. Mm, okay. Awareness is B. Play rec. Man coverage is C. No, I need somebody. I need middle linebackers and left linebackers that can cover. Tavarius Barner of Ohio State, good discipline, which is huge. Man coverage is B. Pursue. What a pursuit is D. Ooh, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Oh man. Yeah, this is gonna take. I might have to get somebody in a free agency. And then we got this guy right here, Kadeem Mason out of South Carolina. He gets an A for awareness. Block shedding is not that great, but catching is A, so that kind of means he's pretty good at. I'm gonna assume that means he gets interceptions. So where's this Kadeem Mason? Oh, come on now, come on now. Okay, let's get this Kadir Mason as a favorite. Okay, let's go to left outside linebacker as well. Let's see. Uh, Connor Northrup out of Virginia Tech. He doesn't fit the scheme though. Zone coverage is shit. He can do a lot of things well. Skills, zone coverage. He's got awareness, but the zone coverage thing is a concern. Let's see, Cam Cody out of Texas A&M. Good discipline. He can tackle, not very good in zone coverage, but he is a tackling machine. Got great power moves. Uh, Questionable zone coverage. I will, though, put him as a favorite. Northrop, no. Ricky Dawson, more of a power rusher out of Oklahoma State. Ooh, look at his zone coverage. I might as well have him as a. I might as well have him as a left end if his zone coverage is that bad. Man coverage is C. If I'm gonna draft Ricky Dawson, I might as well change his position because that ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. Okay, and then let's go to right outside linebacker. Even though we've got Jared Verse, Elijah Newby, he won't be available. So Gerald Babber out of Florida State. Okay, good block shedding, good discipline. 6'5", 241 out of FSU. Great acceleration, great speed. Okay. Zone coverage, block shedding, power moves. Okay, okay. I'll I'll put him in as a favorite. KJ Hayes. Let's see, this guy Joe Ross. Pass coverage. Okay. So this guy Joe Ross out of Iowa State gets an A for pursuit, good discipline. He bulls through pass protectors. We might have something here. I like what we got here. Except he doesn't have power moves per se or finesse moves, but he's got great pursuit, great play recognition. I might in the third round, third, fourth round. You know what? He's worth it, and fits the scheme too. I love this guy's name right here. I love his name, the coldest Bishop. What a great name. Let's take a look. I might draft him just because of the name. He lacks discipline. That's probably what the coldest part of the coldest is. What a great name, the coldest Bishop. That's one of the best names I've ever heard. He's I bet if he plays chess, he's the coldest Bishop. Man, all right. Great acceleration, can't jump, but whatever. Skill sets, just for the name, I'll work with it. He's so cold. Okay, so cornerback. Mm, Okay, we've got Ellis Robinson, the fourth out of Georgia. Damian Graham. He's 5'10". I'm not. Nah. Jose Minor. John Manning. And plus, he's a zone guy. I need man-to-man guys. Ellis Robinson, the fourth out of Georgia. Let's see what we got. Lacks discipline. No, sir. That pretty much does it for me right there. Bye. I might keep Aaron Morton. Let's go with Jose Minor out of Buffalo. This guy might be the highest draft pick in the University of Buffalo's history. Good discipline, aggressive ball hawk. Okay. Mm, he can jump out of the building. Speed and strength. Okay. Play recognition. Injury. F. Can't draft him. Can't draft him. Gets hurt a lot. I'm having issues with Aaron Morton as it is. Let's see. Wait a minute. Duke Greenwood out of Buffalo. Holy cow. I guess the Buffalo college team must have had a real good season. He lacks discipline too. He's great in his own coverage. Look at that picture. He looks like he lacks discipline, but he looks like he's solid though. Great in his own coverage. Has stamina to the moon and back. Press. You know what? I might be willing to work with Greenwood just because he doesn't get hurt. Now remember, we got a star in Jason Marshall III. He was a fifth round pick. So Nick Hankins. See, I don't. I need my cornerbacks to be at least 6 feet, 6'1" and above. Akeem Ellison. He's a zone guy. Getting good. Let's see. Frank Walden, Pinkins. Uh, Okay, this guy, he's a slot. He's a slot guy. I need a, I need man guys. And Dakota Owens, nah, he's a zone dude. Look at this. This is an interesting one right here. Jonathan Keys, 6'4", out of Michigan, lacks discipline. With that being said, look at the man coverage. A. Look at his press. A. Physicals. Oh, he's so. Play recognition is shit, but the press and the tackling. But look, man, coverage A, press A, tackle A. You know what? Where's he at? I might take a flyer on him in a later round. So let's go. Justin, I love that he's 6'4". Oh wait, no, it was this guy Keys. Sorry, but I wanted to look at Dakota Owens too. Okay, good discipline. He can catch. He can press. He's out of Auburn, so you know he's playing some big games. Physicals, he can jump though. Okay, pressing A. He can catch. He can tackle. Yeah, we're gonna go. Let's Jonathan Owens, whatever his last name. Excuse me. Yeah, Dakota Owens is 6'2", and then we got Keys 6'4". Because these other top guys, they're too kind of yeah. That doesn't yeah. And then probably the top guy is this Duke Greenwood out of Buffalo. Really, free safety and strong safety isn't really. It's really not a problem. Kendall Drummond out of so yeah. I'm not drafting a free safety or a strong safety. Kicker is fine. Punter, it is what it is with the one we got now. Okay, now let's look at defensive tackle. I'm I'm drafting him, dude. This is gonna be my either second or third round pick. The man's name is Larry Bird. Done. I'm drafting Larry Bird, dude. I'm a Celtics fan. I gotta draft Larry Bird. I mean, he shows good discipline. What is he? 312 pounds, 6'3". He's a run stopper. Delivers bone crushing hits. Or utilize power. Oh man. Larry Bird, dude. Larry Bird's gonna be a New York Jet, bro. Can't jump, but who needs jump? Elite strength. He can tackle. Good hit power. Block shedding ain't that great, but bro, I'm drafted. Book it, bro. Book it. Larry Bird. Larry Bird. Larry Bird in the NFL. I mean, it can't get any better than that. We got Clarence Ford, who's a power rusher. Anthony Sherrod out of Notre Dame. We got some defensive tackles here that I can get in a later round. Let's see, who is this? Levi Norvell lacks discipline. That's already that's already a problem. Let's see, physical player. Yeah, the lack of discipline is an issue. Skills, yeah. Okay, whatever. Let's look at Clarence Ford out of Florida State. Physical player, lacks discipline. Oh my God. The Jets are a team that these guys don't get penalized a lot, so but he's solid overall. Tackling, awareness, play recognition. Okay, I think I can work with Clarence Ford. With that being said, I'm drafting Larry Bird. That's it. I'm drafting Larry Bird out of Washington State. If that had been Indiana State, it would have been even more too good to be true. I mean, that would have been even wilder. Anthony Sherrod out of Notre Dame, good discipline. Yeah, because Chris Jenkins isn't coming back, so we might as well put in a new defensive tackle. So let's oh shit. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. Let's put Sherrod in, but Larry Bird he's that dude. Well, yeah, I'm telling you, I need to find Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish and Danny Ainge. Maybe they'll be in next year's draft. Who knows? Who knows? Hold on a second. Let me give you an NBA update. Okay, looks like the Wolves. Oh, the Wolves got this, so it'll be tied at one. Yeah, we got the 86 Celtics in the NFL here. And then let's see what we can do at the right end. Deshaun Womack, a top five pick. He's not. I'm not gonna uh move up like that. Great pursuit. So we're gonna have to go with okay, let's see what we got here. Michael Kramer, 6'2" out of Memphis, speed rusher. Yeah, block shedding is shit. Physicals. Okay, skills. We can't have Rudy Gobert in the finals. Michael Kramer block shedding is not great. Mm, okay. Brian Floyd, Austin Robertson, another guy out of the University of Buffalo. Man, University of Buffalo, the Buffalo Bison, they must have finished undefeated or something. Okay, physical player, good discipline. Okay, I like this. I like Austin Robertson. A for finesse moves, block shedding, play recognition. Okay, this guy looks like I got something with him. I may have something here with this Austin Robertson. He fits the scheme as well. LaDamian Williamson, Russell Beekman. Okay, let's go with LaDamian, excuse me, Williamson out of Clemson. Good discipline. Block shedding is so-so. Great change of direction. Great jumping. Okay. Uh, okay. He looks like we can work with him. I don't need a left end. The offensive line is fine. Ah, those are some big ass. Uh, Kevin Connor out of Michigan State fits our scheme. Doesn't get flagged. Run block finesse A. Okay. Lead block. Okay, where was he? Let's bro, Stephen A's dream prayers really wrecked a man. We'll see what happens in game three. I don't know if game three is tomorrow or Saturday. Uh, like I said, offensive line is really not an issue. Ronald Childress, picking straight. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, offensive line is really not, you know, it ain't really nothing that we need. I mean, we can always try to improve it, but offensive line is a strength. Akeem Beverly, Isaiah Bird, and none of these guys, except for Beekman, except for Beekman. He fits our scheme, but I'm not ready to. Okay, he's looks like he's a good one. Lead block, run block. I know, right? Yeah, the Steelers. I don't know what they're doing. They've lost a lot. Javier Beekman. I'll tell you what. I will. Where you at? Maybe as a late pick. He looks like he can work. Left tackle. That's locked. Tight end. I don't think we really need anybody at tight end. Even if I let Conklin go, not a particularly strong uh, tight end class. Cole Borden. I would probably need a possession tight end, and none of them fit the scheme. Josh Huffman out of USC. See what we got with him. Good discipline. He's a oh okay. As far as deep routes, okay. You know what? I could kind of work with this guy. Spectacular catch, deep route, breaking tackle, and A. Whoa, we got ourselves something here. If if who is this guy? Josh Huffman out of USC, huh? Okay, just in case. Then let's go with Dave Fleming out of Clemson. Good discipline. He can create yards after the catch. Why not have two tight ends? I mean, the Patriots did it with Aaron Hernandez and Gronkowski. This guy is great in short routes. He can catch, he can pass block as well. Why not? Why not? Let's go with either or. Wide receiver. I need somebody that's his speed is like a 100. I need somebody that's a Devin Hester. We're not gonna get Aiden Mizell. He's a top five pick. So let's go with Tyler Williams. That's great release. Uh, where's the speed at? Where's the speed at? Speed is solid. No. Medium route, short route. I don't know. Uh, yeah. Garrett Wilson can moss the entire stadium, sure. But why not have another deep threat? Let's see. Acceleration, chin jumping, speed is. Whoops. Okay, so Tyler Williams is the only one that I see here with elite speed out of Minnesota. See what we got. Shows good discipline. Super Wingo brothers. Body control. Avoids big hits. Okay. Acceleration, speed, elite. Where's the elite speed? Okay. Solid, decent speed. Medium route, release. You I might shoot. I think I had the wrong guy here. Tyler. Okay, this guy's the one I was looking at. Ryan Wingo lacks discipline. Oh, shit. Catching in traffic, the deep route. Yeah, I might have to pass on Wingo as well. Vondre Robinson. No. Who is this Freddie McNeil guy? Speed is. Where's the speed? No. Okay, let me go back to The physicals. Let's go back here to speed. Okay, Aiden Mazel. Okay, who is this? Jonathan, 5'8". Caleb. Look at Caleb Goldsberry. He looks like he's 700 pounds. How the heck is he gonna have good to great speed? So okay, nobody with elite speed, I guess. Okay, Jonathan Crawford fits the scheme. 5'8" out of Baylor. Undrafted free agent, really. Lacks discipline. He can climb the ladder at 5'8". I don't know. Media, oh, this guy, he's trash. He's trash. He ain't got it. Okay. Oh, let me look at one more thing. Running back. Well, hold on. Let me look at my roster before I look at running back. And the reason I say that is because we had a fourth running. Oh no, we didn't have the fourth running back. I traded him. Okay, so DeAndre Swift is probably going to be trade bait. Let's see, I'm not going to restructure the contract. He just didn't cut it this year. Did plus I re-signed Braylon Allen too. Okay, let's go to the next week. We'll go one week at a time, and then probably finish up this episode with the Super Bowl. Let's look at the playoff bracket. Well, hey, now Buffalo finally won a playoff game. They beat Baltimore in a shootout, 41-35. The Steelers put it on the Raiders. Tennessee edging out Houston. So the divisional playoffs, Tennessee at Kansas City, Buffalo versus Pittsburgh. Ooh, that's going to be a battle. I think Pittsburgh has beaten them twice in the playoffs before. In the NFC, Carolina barely hangs on to beat Detroit. Seattle in a good one. Oh, three good ones here in the NFC. And then Seattle beat the Bears and Green Bay beat Dallas at Lambeau Field. So the top three all the home teams won in the NFC. Tennessee, the only road team to win in the wild card, and had some good close games as well. The only blowout was Pittsburgh smacking Oakland around. Excuse me, smacking up the Raiders. So in the divisional playoffs, you're going to have Tennessee at Kansas City, Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Then you've got the Packers at Philadelphia. Philadelphia, the defending Super Bowl champions. And then you've got Seattle at Carolina. So we've got two newer teams as the second and the third seed. Let's see, is it time to make, excuse me, is it time to make trades? Are we in the trade center yet? No. Okay, so I'm going to advance this week. We're going to go to the conference title, and then that's when I'm going to end today's episode. So let's advance. And then in the next episode, we will do some more scouting, and then we'll go from there. Okay, let's see who's in the conference title games. Pittsburgh beat Buffalo again. And then Kansas City beat Tennessee in a low scoring affair. And then the two top seeds held court. Am I trading for Swift? I might. I think I will. I think I will. We had two close games, but Philadelphia and Carolina will play in the NFC title game. Kansas City and Pittsburgh will play in the AFC title game. So Baltimore will not represent the AFC for the third straight year. Okay. So I think that's going to be it. for this episode. Thank you, Blue Crab, and thank you everybody that tuned in tonight. Help me to get to 1,000 subscribers. So I will be back probably tomorrow night, and then we will continue this 2027 off season. So until then, this has been the Veterans Gaming Podcast. Good night.